Do you always look this tired at night? No, don't deny it. People wear exhaustion differently when the sun goes down. During the day, everyone hides it under noise and movement and fake little smiles that disappear the second nobody's looking. But at night it settles into people, honestly. Then you have that look right now, like your mind has been running in circles for so long that you forgot what it feels like to stop moving. I noticed it the second you sat down next to me. You looked like someone trying very hard not to think too loudly. The funny thing is that people assume silence is empty, but it isn't. Silence is crowded, especially around people like you. Your thoughts fill every quiet space they can find, don't they? You replay conversations. You rehearse futures that haven't happened yet. You collect tiny, embarrassing moments from 6 years ago and carry them around like they're priceless little heirlooms. You exhaust yourself trying to predict every possible outcome before life even has the chance to happen. Then somehow, you still blame yourself when things go wrong. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? I knew it would. You don't have to explain yourself to me, by the way. I think you're probably very used to explaining yourself, over explaining, clarifying, softening your words before they can upset anyone. You apologize before you've even done anything wrong. You say sorry like a reflex, like breathing, like existing requires permission. But you know what I think? I think you've spent so much time trying to become easy for other people to hold that nobody's asked how heavy it's been for you. That's the tragedy of being gentle. Everyone assumes gentle people can survive with nothing. You can survive almost anything, can't you? That's the problem. You survive things so well, nobody realizes they hurt you. You laugh while you're bleeding emotionally. You make jokes while your chest is collapsing inward. You answer, "I'm fine," so convincingly that eventually even you start believing it. But exhaustion always tells the truth eventually. It's telling the truth right now. You don't need to perform for me, really. You can unclench for a minute. Nobody is grading you here. Nobody is waiting for you to say the perfect thing. Nobody's secretly keeping score of your mistakes. You can just exist for a little while. Does that sound unfamiliar? I thought so. You know, I think people like you forget they're allowed to take up space, not productive space and not useful space, just space, quiet space, and human space, space where you are not entertaining anyone or fixing anyone, where you're not proving anything, just existing because you are alive, and that is already enough reason. You look at yourself like a project that's still unfinished. But what if you're not unfinished? What if you're simply becoming? There's a difference. One sounds broken, and you are painfully alive. I can tell. People who feel nothing don't overthink like this. They don't ache like this. They don't stare at ceilings at 2 in the morning, wondering whether they matter to anyone. Only deeply feeling people do that. Unfortunately, deeply feeling people also tend to be cruel to themselves. You talk to yourself in ways you would never talk to another person. And you forgive everyone except for yourself. You grant endless understanding to people who barely try, while treating your own heart like it's something that has to earn kindness. Why? Why are you the exception? Why does everybody else deserve patience except for you? You know something strange. I think part of you is afraid to become happy. Not because you dislike happiness, because sadness became familiar, predictable, and manageable. You learned how to survive in survival mode so well that peace almost feels suspicious now. When things get calm, you start waiting for the next disaster. When someone cares about you, you question their judgment. When something good happens, you prepare yourself for it to disappear. You've trained yourself not to trust softness. But softness is not the enemy. You don't always have to brace for impact. You don't always have to expect abandonment. Some people stay. Some moments stay. Some feelings stay. And maybe you deserve to experience those things without immediately preparing for their ending. You know what I like about you, though? Even now, after everything your mind does to you, I think you still want to be understood. And that's beautiful. Very dangerous, but beautiful. You still reach for connection, even after disappointment. You still hope quietly, and you listen carefully. You still care. And that means your heart survived everything that tried to harden it. Do you understand how incredible that is? Most people lose their softness eventually. Yours adapted. There's a difference. And honestly, I don't think you realize how comforting your presence probably is to other people. You make people feel less alone. Not because you always know the right thing to say, but because people can feel that you genuinely understand pain. You have the kind of kindness that comes from experience, not performance. The kind that says, "Me too," without speaking. That matters way more than you think it does. I I know that you're tired, not sleepy tired, but soul tired. The kind of tired that sits behind your eyes. The kind that comes from carrying yourself too carefully for too long. But listen to me for a second. You are allowed to stop fighting yourself every waking moment. You are allowed to become someone softer, someone calmer, someone who doesn't treat rest like laziness, someone who doesn't panic every time they aren't being productive. You are allowed to heal slowly. You are allowed to be unfinished. You are allowed to exist without turning yourself into something consumable for others. And one day I hope you speak to yourself with the same tenderness you keep offering everyone else. Because you deserve to hear it too, more than anyone.